Negotiating a separation agreement with your employer without jeopardizing your long-term disability claim. Has your employer presented you with a separation agreement and asked that you sign it in exchange for a lump sum of money? If so, you better read that separation agreement closely, because more often than not, buried in this agreement is a clause that you're giving up your vested ERISA rights. That can include pension benefits, life insurance benefits, group health, even your disability benefits. So do you really want to give all those up in exchange for some de minimis lump sum payment of money? Now, I have done some earlier videos. One of them was how an employment severance agreement can destroy your disability claim if you're not careful. And you need to go watch that, because I want you to understand that there are unintended consequences of signing such a release. The value of your long-term disability benefits can be greater than the amount of money offered in the severance agreement. The severance agreement monies can be used by the disability carrier to reduce the amount of your long-term disability benefits. This is complicated. So before you do anything, you need to be consulting with an experienced ERISA disability attorney. You need to get a copy of that disability policy or plan, read it cover to cover. You also need to understand what's offsettable. You need to consider how you can classify severance pay, salary continuation, earned income, deferred income, PTO, and even vacation pay, severance pay, as something other than a source of money that is offsettable. You also want to know whether or not your employer is going to be willing to negotiate and to exclude from any release any vested ERISA disability benefits, because you want to have that clause taken out of the release. You want to make sure that in that release you're dealing with sums that would be considered offsettable, and you're classifying them in such a fashion that would protect whatever monies you get from being offset. And obviously, in that, potentially you want your employer to put in an affirmative clause about the nature of this pay. You want them to expressly say that the severance pay or whatever you're getting doesn't represent any payment for severance pay, salary continuation, earned income, deferred income, disability, PTO, vacation pay, so that none of that's offsettable. And if they refuse to do that, that tells you where their interests are, and it's not your best interest. Clearly, you can see that this is complicated, and you should consider hiring an experienced ERISA disability attorney who can, in conjunction as necessary with an employment attorney, give you advice. They can explain the policy or plan, help you figure out if signing that severance agreement is worth it, help you negotiate the terms of that agreement so it preserves your rights and maximizes your benefits. If you have any questions, give me a call at 727-894-3188 for a complimentary consultation. I can help you regardless of where you live in the United States, regardless of who your employer is, and regardless of that disability policy or plan. 727-894-3188.